Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How's your day? Happy Wednesday. Lord. How's our weather? It's cold. It was pouring down snow this morning. Luckily, it did not stick, which was good. How about you? How's yours? I'm good, Tammy. How are you? Y'all are going to love this class tonight. I've never done an anti-aging hand treatment online before. Yes, honey. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Hi, June. Hi, Geneva. How are ya? Thanks for joining, you guys. Yes. Hi, Tice. How are you? Hi, Eileen. Hi, Valerie. It was 71 there. Now, what's up with that anyway? Because that's not normal. That is not right, boo. Hey, Kara. Listen, tonight is a different kind of class. I was hoping Hillary could be our hand model tonight, but they have church on Wednesdays. And if their church was going to be closed because of bad weather tonight, she was going to do it, but they were open. And her boys look forward to going to their youth group on Wednesday. So it's totally fine. It is totally good. I'm going to do an anti-aging hand treatment on one of my hands, girl, because they need it. Child, she needs it, boo. And you are just going to love the before and after results with this. So typically, I would add this onto an already existing manicure service. Let me move my water out of the way. And if you're going to do that, ladies, give them a price break. If they're already there and in your chair, Geneva, I'm going to use you for an example, because if you've finished a set of nails, it's just as easy to go ahead and do this treatment while they're right there as it is to bring them back in and have to reset your station and all that kind of stuff. Are y'all following me on that? Because if you've just finished up their nails, you can take care of this before you clean the station for the next person. All right. And everybody likes to leave with soft skin. How many of you love going to the salon and when you leave, your hair looks so good, child? It feels like silk. And not only does it feel like silk, they've styled it to perfection. Next time you wash it, you never get it quite like it. Is anybody else like that besides me? And I'm very hard to manage hair, obviously. This is how these 4 products are going to leave the hands feeling. Second of all, if you own a salon that you don't really retail any products, you're going to see by the way I do this treatment tonight, your clients are going to want some of this, if not all of it, to take home with them. So we offer a price break. We have 6 packs of all of these items for a price break, and then you can price it back up to retail and make a little money on it if you're going to retail it. Okay. So first of all, let's go over the products that I'm going to use. I am going to use Body Silk. This is our body and face scrub. This is a milk-based scrub. This debuted in 13 Days of Halloween. And when we debuted it in that, I told our manufacturer then, I said, we need a lot of this because my clients are going to love this. This is not a sugar scrub. This is a more of a salt-based scrub. Let me go ahead and get that off of there. Now, ideally, I should have brought me a cute little spoon in here, but this one's mine. So yeah, if you're using this though on multiple people, go get you some of those little silver spoons from the Dollar Tree. Y'all with me? So we're going to use that. We're going to use the 24 karat gold hand serum. Let me say this here. If your client can only purchase one of these products, one out of all of them, I would recommend it be this one. This hand serum acts like a facial serum does. It's the most important component of the treatment. So if they can only do one, this would be it. This is incredible serum. Geneva about buys us empty of this every time. This we just restocked. We just restocked all of these. Our cuticle oil, double essence cuticle oil. In case you didn't notice, the first time they printed this, they left our ingredients off the back. Really no worries. We put them on the website. But this time we made sure that they printed those ingredients right here for us. But they're on the website for you too. So that's the cuticle oil and then the hand silk. All of these are very, very lightly scented. None of them have a perfume smell to it. And so your hand silk is pre-measured. And I'm going to straighten my camera a little bit here so that I don't get too much jumping around. You can use any of this on your face, Valerie. The Tender Moisture Essence Anti-Wrinkle, this has hyaluronic acid in it. So as with anything, I would suggest that you do a little patch test. But when I want to exfoliate my face, I keep one of these in my bathtub and I use it right there in my tub. I'm not so much a shower girly. I like my soaks and all of my treatments and my scrubs. And part of it is I'm so blind I can't see in the shower. My vision is so bad I can't see like to shave my legs. So I prefer to do my bath and then I take care of my hair with my wand and all those kinds of things. Anyway, let's get to it. We're going to use my left hand here. Can everybody see okay? Just making sure before we get started. Lighting good, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We got some good old clear Scotch tape, and I have a little piece of black cardstock I've put today's date on, and I have a before and an after. This is going to show you how bad my hand is. And look, I have washed dishes here today. We're still at work. We've just been a little overwhelmed this week trying to catch up, but I've washed dishes. I've done all the things. I sleep in very heavy hand cream at night. But what I don't sleep in is this at night because I don't have this at my house and I don't have this at my house. Lord, I already know after I do this treatment and see where I register, I'll be taking some of this home with me tonight. So take your piece of Scotch tape first thing. Okay. Go on the back of your client's hand and press that tape in. Let me get this out of the way. Take us a little pair of tweezers. And we're going to lift this up. And on my black cardstock, child, I want y'all to look here. Oh, girl. Do you see all of that? That's what just came off my hand. That's all the dryness and just the crud. It's on my skin. Now, next step we're going to do is we're going to measure the hydration in my skin. You want this to be at about, let's say, close to 40. You want it to be close to 40. Anything under 20 is severe dehydration. And I don't know where I'm at because I looked for my hydration meter all day. Like I went to right to where she was at, honey. I bet you I looked in that cabinet 3 times, still did not find her. And just like 5 minutes ago, I went to pick up my duct tape and there she was under the duct tape. So this is a hydration meter. If you don't know about these little devices, any place that sells skincare, you can get these from. If I'm not mistaken, I got mine at Cosmoprof. I've had this a long time. And what this does, it measures the moisture in your skin. It's actually for your face. So you can see if your products you're using, are actually helping. Okay. Somebody says they have one of these in storage. Girl, you better go get it. So we'll go turn it on. Again, we want this to be close to 40. We're going to press. Wait till she beeps. Oh, look what she is. 19.4. She is 19.4%. That means only 31%. I am only 31% hydrated. Girl, I'm dead. I'm dead. 19.4. So we're going to do one treatment and see how close we can get that to 40. Now listen, this right here is what will help you sell this product to your client, because tomorrow, regardless of where I get it to be on here hydration wise, I'm not quite going to be there tomorrow. The next day it's going to fall a little bit lower. The next day it's going to fall a little bit lower because the client doesn't have this to maintain with. Okay. So here we go, Gigio. Y'all remember that 19.4. Let's write it down. Let's put it on our little card. Before we're at 19.4%. Oh, that's bad, girl. Everybody with me. You got one, Valerie? They're very handy. I bet you I've had this thing since before the COVID, honey. All right, we're going to start with our manicure pre-wash. If you subscribe to Beetlebox, this was in one of your boxes. It has now converted to Nail Art Toolbox. Let me say this, if you're watching and you got Nail Art Toolbox, this is the first month we launched Nail Art Toolbox. Hi. I am very proud of us making the switch over. It was hard to do. I'm a little bit bummed today because 4 of the products I had made for that are still floating around in the United States with a whole lot of watercolor palettes we had made. Now, don't get me wrong. The big item got here. Had I not had some spring release that had been dropped, I would have had nothing to go in there. So I hope you're not disappointed. I'm not disappointed because I put in more product than I would have had even if the other had been here. It's just the fact that I had in my brain how I wanted it to look. So yeah, we're still dealing with the ice storm and all the things from that, but I hope you're going to love that. Anyway, manicure pre-wash. How do you access what type of classes? Classes haven't dropped yet. Remember, if you're in the group that gets classes, the billing takes place between the 1st and the 5th of every month. Those classes don't drop until the 6th or after, because I have to wait till those billing cycles stop before I can drop classes. Okay. All right. Manicure pre-wash. Right here, honey. This is the Peach Manicure Pre-Wash. You can have your clients wash with this ahead of time. I like to wash them afterwards as well because usually they have dust and all those kind of things on their hands, and this helps with that. We're going to take about, I would say, a quarter size of scrub, and I'm going to move my little water bowl over, and we're going to notice I didn't rinse my pre-wash. We're going to go right in with our scrub. Really go around their cuticle area. You love the bowl. Thank you. This is a Home Goods bowl. If you're going to do this anti-aging hand treatment, have a pretty bowl. Don't put them in 2 plastic Tupperware leftover containers, honey. If I were doing this as an add-on service, I would charge at least probably $32 for this treatment. Little water. Now, because this scrub is a soap-like scrub, this is going to start to dissolve the moment you put the water on. And I like to do this at my station. In a pretty bowl like this, I probably wouldn't send them to the bathroom just because I want to keep them present. You were going to ask about the bowl. It's a Home Goods. I've had it for a long time. All right. Our scrub is rinsed. We're going to move this out of the way, and we're going to dry my hand off. Oh, I spilled a little water. Let's dry my station off too. You did a nail. It looks like that. Girl, do share. Uh-huh. Okay. There we go. Next thing we're going to need, have these handy. These are from Sam's. This is food service gloves. These are just like Subway gloves. I call them Subway gloves, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to go in with our 24 karat gold serum. And we're going to go all over the top of this hand. You don't need this too much on the palm of the hand because usually people's palms are a little bit sweaty. And that's not where the anti-aging treatment needs to take place. It needs to take place here. And so very gently, you're going to start to massage that in around all the cuticle area. Just be careful when you have the scrub on their hands that you don't get too aggressive with that scrub because you'll burn them with this treatment if you do. Okay? Just light pressure for your scrub. Then I'm going to go in with a few drops of my cuticle oil. And I'm going to actually take that all over my hand as well. I apply this very generous. I don't want this to be, I don't want to use this sparingly because I want the end result to be really, really nice when I finish up this treatment. Look here. See there? If it looks dry in any area, which I do a little bit right there, I'm going to go back with a little bit more of my serum. Yes, they're all available in 6-packs. Now, Keith has the single up of the cuticle oil, but he'll grab the 6-pack up of that in just a minute. Okay, I'm just giving that just a second, not really to soak in, but just to kind of activate here a little bit. Then this is the most tricky part, is we're going to go in this food service glove. And you just go slide right on in there. Have you a pretty towel? You know, look at Home Goods. If you go buy you a bowl, buy some fancy towels. All right, and I warmed up. Now, I have larger heat packs than this here, but because I'm only doing one hand, I warmed up a little heat pack that's got lavender and mint and all the things that appeal to the senses. And I'm going to put that right here. Ideally, this needs to stay about 8 minutes, ideally. So now is the time that you can ask questions. I would say after at least 2 minutes, you will see results from this. But the longer you can keep it on there between that 2 and 8 minute range, you're going to get better results on the hand itself. You could definitely do heated hand mitts. I don't have any, but that would be ideal for certain. What about paraffin gloves? You could do that. You could do that. You guys that are already in the salon, you know, I've been out from behind the chair, 6 years. It's been 6 years. Where has the time gone? But paraffin gloves, heated mitts, if you have any type of, I don't know. I know at one time there were electric little heated mitts. I think these come in microwavable. You've got some mitts that are in a drawer. Well, now you're going to know what to do with it, Janice. And look, I like mine pretty hot, but always check with your client to see what they prefer first temperature-wise. Any other questions? You love the cuticle oil? Thank you, Crystal. We have a new addition coming to our cuticle oil. She's had a baby. And I can't tell you what that's going to be yet, but I did see that she shipped today. So you're going to love that when that gets here. Y'all just keep your fingers crossed that this order shows up, because we not only had components to this month's nail art toolbox in it, it's the nail art toolbox for the next 3 months. 3 months are in there. All of our spring decals are in there. Like, we have thousands of dollars in this order that's floating around. The day they tried to deliver it here was the day that that all the ice storm was here. So it went back to North Carolina to its main hub. And honey, it has made a trip around the United States since then. I don't know how many times it's been in Ohio. So yeah. So that's what we're dealing with that one. We always have one in the bunch that seems like she wants to get lost and take a tour somewhere. And it gives me great anxiety because I'm already thinking ahead. Okay, if that doesn't get here, I don't have time to have anything else made before, nail art toolbox is going to roll around again or before spring release. So it's a constant anxiety. Yeah. So y'all put up some prayers and cross your fingers and toes that she makes it. All right. That's been about 4 minutes. She is nice and warm and toasty in there. And my hands are starting to look, you can see it, girl. Yes. Who offers any type of anti-aging hand treatment currently with your services now? Anybody? That's what we're doing is our anti-aging hand treatment. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get her out of here. It hasn't quite been 8 minutes, I know. Oh, let's give her just a couple more minutes. Let's give her a couple more. Now you can. Yeah, now you can re-add it. One of the things to remember is anti-aging has to have anti-aging properties. It can't just be a scrub and a lotion, for example. And your anti-aging, anti-wrinkle property in here is your hyaluronic acid. Plus, if you've used this is not like oil. And it's not like, I know it looked a little bit like aloe vera juice when it came out of the bottle. It's not that either. This is a very quick absorbing product. Now, one reason the heat pack is doing such a good job on my hand here is it's helping hydrate that skin. It's helping open the pores so that the oils and the other moisture that I've applied to it can soak into the skin itself. Because remember, my hydration was only at 19.4%. That actually shocked me. I thought I would be at least towards 30. Yeah. Okay, here we go, GGO. Girl, already. They're scratching, honey. Look. Okay. Now, if you have lots of excess oil or excess serum on here that you don't want to massage into the hand, you can simply take a little bit of a damp paper towel or a dry hand towel, whatever the case might be, and remove a little bit of that if you want to. I'm not going to because I don't have that much excess, and I like to do a final wipe down of the hand at the end. Okay, so now we're going to go with our hand silk. And ever how you do your hand massage, I was actually going to show you the proper way to do a hand massage tonight, hand to elbow massage. If I had a live model, I don't have that, so I can't actually do that. But I am going to really work that in because the friction that your skin to skin can provide also helps absorb all of that into the skin. The products are all sold individual or in a 6-pack, Rhonda. It depends on how you're buying them. Depends on what you want it for, boo. If you want to retail it in your salon, get you a 6-pack. If you want it just for yourself, get you a single. Keith should be my model. Keith has really hairy hands, so it would be hard to do the tape test on him. Yeah. And look, that's already gone. That's already absorbed. Like that's took all of that. I'm going to do it. Excuse me. I'm about to sneeze. I'm going to do a little bit more hand cream on mine. I've been working on mascara. That's where my closet shelf fell and cut me before Christmas. It cut me actually pretty deep. I needed some stitches in that. And because it was Christmas Day, I couldn't find an urgent care anywhere. So I am interested to see if my 24 karat gold serum, what it can do to that. Your granddaughter's watching. Hi, granddaughter. How you doing, boo? Okay. Now what I like to do is if I had a real towel here, I would wet that towel just a little bit and go over. I wouldn't wash it off, but I would go over my hands somewhat with that. Let me get a paper towel, and I'm going to go back in my bowl of water here. Again, I'm not washing this off. I'm just smoothing that into the skin a little bit. Oh, she's going to go to school for nails. Fabulous. And now I'm just going to pat and let that start to dry. Now you can see that took no time at all. I don't even know. What time is it? What time is it, boo? 7:24. If you're doing two hands, I would say it would take you about 30 minutes to do the treatment. Now I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. Oh, girl, my hand feels so sexy. This one, I can tell you right now, this one feels like butter, and this one feels like sandpaper right here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to follow up with our tape test. Let's get us another piece of tape. Remember, this is what she looked like before. That's what pulled off of my hand before we started this treatment. That's why you want to wipe down some of the oil you have on here so the tape will stick back to the hand. Okay. Girl, she's virtually non-existent. Let's put this on our black card. Whoopsie, I dropped her. Look here. Before and after. This is just from one treatment now. If I were doing this at home, all of you DIYers or nail techs, let me tell you something. You know, we grind all day, no pun intended, and all of that dust is like little microabrasions on our skin. How many of you have drier skin since you start doing nails than before? And it's from all that stuff flying that stays on us. If you're doing this treatment on yourself, only use your scrub twice a week. The rest of your products use daily. That's the before and after. Now let's check the real. Let's check the real thing here and grab our hydration meter and see with one treatment what we got that hand up to. Where's she at, honey? Wait till she beeps. Oh, look where we got her. We got her up to 24 with just one treatment. Now, had I sat here longer with my little heat pack on, I might could have got her up to 30. But because I'm live, I didn't go the full 8 to 10 minutes on that. But that's pretty good. Look. That's better than what it was. All right, let's do the other hand. Let's check her first. Because this one feels so good, I can't go home with just one hand done. Child, no. Wait till she beeps. Oh, this hand's a little bit more. That one says it's got 22% hydration, probably because I got a little bit of that product on it as I was working on this hand. Probably so, honey. Let's bring our beautiful bowl back in. And whatever this hand measures hydration wise, especially if they measure something different, I kind of take an average of both of those, and that's what I'll give my client then. Wet my hand just a little. Manicure pre-wash. This is the peach. Don't you love the smell of this? Girl, she smells like fresh peach pie or something. Now, obviously, if I were doing this on you, I'd do both hands at one time. But because I'm doing my own, well, I got to make it work, sister. I got to make it work. My scrub. Be very gentle on the back of this hand. Matter of fact, instead of using your palm, I would suggest using your fingers because the skin is super thin in that area. I do too. I use this on my feet in the tub. You love the scent of the scrub? It's very, very light, extremely light. Smells like, it smells a little bit vanilla-like. All right. Out of the way and dry off. Are y'all loving this tutorial? So this hopefully will give you a great idea for an add-on service. Sometimes we don't need to revamp our menu. We just need to charge what we should be charging and pop on a few add-on things. Okay, our hand serum and our cuticle oil. Get this ready to go at the same time. Go with that hand serum. Oh, child, she's cold. And very gentle. Make sure you get that all around the cuticle. I'm telling you, this hand looks really good. Look, y'all. Work on that little scar there. And now go with some of that oil right over top. We are very limited in our scrub, you guys. Extremely limited. Hi, Peggy. We're doing anti-aging hand treatments tonight. All right, and in our little glove we go. If you have heated mitts, even better. But obviously, still put one of these on, even if you have heated mitts, because that protects your mitts. And my heat pack has cooled off just a little bit, but we're going to put her right there on top of there. Any questions? Total of, if you use the manicure pre-wash, it's a total of 5 products. If not, the scrub, the serum, the oil, and the hand silk. I bet, Tammy. I know you could. I was thinking yesterday, my eyes were burning, my nose was really dry, because, it is cold and dry and no humidity here whatsoever. I was thinking yesterday, boy, if it would rain up or warm up enough to give us a good rain, I would love to go out and breathe some of that. And we had some cool mist humidifiers, but I believe we trashed those when we moved last year because, you need to replace those things after a little while. And for whatever reason, we just haven't gone and got any more. Probably because I can't remember to. Hi, Angela. We're doing anti-aging hand treatments tonight. Look what came off of my hand before and then after the treatment was done. Before and after. Even if you don't have this hydration meter, you could use this here. This was at 19.4% hydration we got this hand up to, was it 24%? I believe it was 24% on that one. Yes, honey. What red am I wearing? I'm wearing, I knew somebody's going to ask me that. Hold on, honey. Hold on, let me look. You have a pizza, my heart. I'm not going to say it's a neon red, but girl, she is a bright, pretty red. Isn't she? Honey. All right, this needs to stay between 8 and 10 minutes. Obviously, we're not going to leave it that long because you got to sit here and look at nothing but a heat pack. So we're going to go ahead and take her off. And pat that just a little. And now let's go with our cream, our hand soak. And however you would generally do your hand massage here is you would do it with this same product. If you do all the fingers, if you massage the fingertips, if you do that deep massage up into here, do that. You know, before I stepped out from behind the chair, everybody got a nice massage at the end of their manicure. Everybody. Their gel nails, whatever it was we were doing at the time. I finished it with that. Oh my goodness, that feels good. So much better. Now I feel like both my hands are nice and hydrated. Let's check our hydration meter again. Let me let that dry just a little. Now I know what people are thinking, girl, let's get some coconut oil up on those hands. That'll hydrate them. No, it won't. Coconut oil acts just like a Vaseline or an emollient does. It blocks any moisture from going into that skin. I know people use coconut oil for different things, but if you're trying to hydrate and plump the skin, it shouldn't be used for that, okay? It doesn't have the proper qualities in it to hydrate your skin. All right, let's see where we are on this one. Lord, 71% hydration. No. Hold on. Let's redo that one. I might have measured it wrong or might have read it wrong. Let's see if we can get her right here. Error. Hold on. Let her reset. Come on, boo. When you have a bony top on your hand like this, you got to get it on some skin. There we go. Hey, buddy, it's the only thing bony on me, honey. There we go. Well, we got her up to 18%. I feel like it was higher the first time we checked it. Let's check it again. Check it in a different spot here. Oh, right at 19%. Not too much higher, but we got it up some. I probably didn't put it on as long either. Let's check it on another part. Let's check it here. $18.6. It's about there. It needs to be better. The longer the product sits on is the longer we can hydrate with. Let's check this one now that we've had this on this one for a little bit, because that product just keeps absorbing in the skin. Look, we're up to 24.5 on that one now. I think that's where we were before, weren't we? Yeah. Regardless, we've made an improvement. Otherwise, the more we keep using our products, the higher we're going to see that number go up. You know, the doctor doesn't tell you to drink water. Tracy, you need to drink more water. And just because I drink more water today is not going to make a difference by the end of the week if I don't continue to drink that water by tomorrow. Will it? No, because my body is going to deplete what moisture that what hydration I've taken in today. And for someone that's very dry, like me, especially in a dry climate, for me to see optimum results, and I would like that number to be up closer to 40%, but I dare say I would have to be extremely faithful and use this for about 2 weeks before I got myself up to 40. Right? Regina asks if you can put the hand cream up. Okay, it's up. It's up. Any questions? Any questions at all? Here are the 4 products that are essential for the anti-aging hand treatment. This one is optional. This smells so good. This gives your clients a little burst of that juicy peach when you first put this on them. They'll be like, "Oh, girl, what is that smell? What's the smell, honey?" I don't know. Is that the top that goes on there? No, it's not. Any other questions? Let's see if I missed anybody. I don't guess so. Listen, I wanted to give you guys a little tour of the Beetle Bowl box, but our crew has worked nonstop today. When I tell you nonstop, I've got one of the best crews in the world, and we still don't have them all assembled. But I'm going to take you down the hallway, honey, and let you see. Hold on, let me fix my... Look here. This may or may not be spring product that's come in, but all down through here, all down the other side, all out front, we are ready for Beetle Bowl. We do not have a live on Sunday because it's Super Bowl. We don't compete with Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl Sunday. That's why we have Beetle Bowl boxes. All of these will be gone. By Monday morning, they will all be gone. And again, this is just a portion. Child, Tim has worked so very hard. These boxes, I believe he told me today, have just a little over $700 of product in it. And they will be, with the coupon code, they'll be $199. He gave me a list, or I gave him a list, and then he started putting together. Honey, did this place look like tornadoes gone off in here? What is Beetle Bowl? Beetle Bowl box is the only mystery box we do now. It happens one time a year. One time a year. And I believe, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe he says there's 9 gel polishes in there. Like yeah, I'll put up the list tomorrow. I don't want to tell you and end up getting it wrong. But tomorrow the list will go up, and it goes on sale on Saturday. Usually by midnight on Sunday night, Super Bowl Sunday, it's gone. So if you're trying to build your collection, or if you just want a really good deal, again, this is the only mystery box we will do in 2026 is our Beetle Bowl box. And how we know what number to look at, we look at what we sold last year, and we kind of target around that number of boxes, and that's it. So what we have put together, or what we will have put together, will be all. They line in the hallways, honey. They're ready for y'all. So when this goes on sale on Saturday, don't delay. In case you haven't seen the eye candy wall, there she is, honey. Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? We got nosy. Hi, Darla. Come here, Darla. Come here, sugar. Give me a kiss. Come on. So yes, that's Beetle Bowl. Are they all the same, or is it variation? There are some that have different... There's slight variations, Rhonda. Like they all have a stamping polish in it, but it might not be all the same color stamping polish. Yeah. And like here are just, it's just really beautiful, honey. It's really beautiful. Yeah, I'll give you a sneaky peeky. Here's some gel polish that's going in that one. All these have to be boxed and all the things. Darla says, hello, how you doing? How you doing, Boo? She said, my mommy's still at work and I want to go home so bad. I want to go home and eat my din. Hi, Darla. Yeah, so it's a fantastic deal. $700 of products, over 700 actually, for 199 bucks. Yes, Lord, y'all excited? Y'all excited? Who gonna get your Vita Bowl box this weekend? We hope you do. Look, last year, this was very sweet. Last year, we had several of you guys message us and come here, girls. Come here, puppies. Several of you guys messaged us last year, and you're like, I know so-and-so would love one of these boxes, Miss Tracy, and she didn't have the money to get it. Would you send her one? Yeah. Yeah. And so y'all paid for their box, and we sent it on off to them with a little note in there that the Sugar Plum Fairy had sent that to them. So it was very, very sweet and kind. Thank y'all for that, and thank you to everybody that supports our business. We love y'all. We will talk to you. Oh, see, no class Sunday, but I will remind you when these go on sale. Y'all set a alarm so you don't miss this deal, because you will regret it if you do, honey. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.